Hi, art friends. This is Mrs. McCumber. How are you doing today? So this is kind of a fun word picture that you can build, keeping your ideas really simple and basic. You can see it's an oceanscape. Here's the sand. Here is a palm tree in the foreground. It's the thing in the front. The sand is along the tree and behind. The water in the middle ground. And a sailboat, some sky that is like sunset sky colors, not showing up very well for you, but best I can do. It's yellow and orange and magenta sunset colors. Then you can see the palm tree continues in front, and behind it, sky that is blue with some gray clouds. Gray clouds actually are showing up blue for you, but that's actually gray marker. So what you need for this job: markers, thin ones. If you have the thin Sharpies, the super fine, extra fine that are colored, those would be awesome for this because they'll show up really well. And a pencil. Now, I usually draw this to start out with my basic shapes with a pencil, but because it's not showing up on my camera, I have outlined with an extra fine Sharpie so that you can see how I start this. Now, pause the video and you can figure this out. Think about what's in the front, think about what's in the middle, and think about what's in the background, okay? The birds are in the front because they're popping forwards closer to you. The tree's in the front, okay? So those are the things that you want to not draw through when you're drawing this. I will quickly sketch this out for you and show you the different steps. Now, if you choose to make some other idea of this, and the possibilities are endless, just think about the foreground and what is behind it. So here is a container. Here are flowers that are super simple. Here's the table, okay? And then, which is the horizon line in this picture. And then here's the tablecloth. I did not fill that in, but that's just a possibility. Now you can pause video to decide on what you want to draw. You also could do a super simple thing like this fish, and instead of filling it in with watercolor, you would fill it in with words. So that is the idea. We're filling this whole thing in with words, and the words are appropriate to what the thing is. Like this says sailboat, pretty, sailboat, fun. And so you can write sentences to fill in the object. First, you start with outlining, okay, after you draw your picture. I will quickly show you how to draw your picture and then review what to do. I'm in a hurry always because I have to fit this on YouTube, okay? So I'm going to go with the ocean picture, the sailboat picture. I'll put it to the side, and you can see the steps that I'm using. And then I'm not going to take time to color in with the words, but I will go over it again for you. Let me zoom out a tiny bit. There we go. All right, so first thing we're going to do is to create the palm tree because it's in the front. So I'm just going to make the sides of the trunk, okay? And then palm trees kind of have these layers, which are the old dead palm fronds. And then out of those comes the leaves. Now, if you draw with a pencil, it's more mysterious because the words become the shape. I'm drawing with a marker just so that you can see it. So now, and I think I'm going to switch to a different marker because this one seems like it's not showing up so well. So one moment, I'll trace it over so you can see what I'm doing. Now, remember, use a pencil for this. I'm only doing this to help you see it better, because you really want to have the words be the boundary and not a marker. But at the end, you could choose to outline it if your words aren't showing up or if the boundaries are not showing up. Now we need the landscape right here, which is the sand. Okay. And then let's build a boat. So the boat, I would start with 2 slanted lines, bottom, keep it really simple. Okay. And then you need a mast that holds the sails, and you need the sails. And you can think about which way you want the wind blowing. My wind is coming this way because you can see my sailboat with the rounded billowing edge. Then horizon line. Now, if you bump into your boat, pick up your pen and move on. And then if you want to put something in the sky, you could put an airplane, you could put birds, whatever. The birds are easy. They're just like M's. And then I kind of go like this to make their head. And the other side. They're very abstract, but of course they're far away. And they're little feet. So you can make the birds M. Wings. Now I am in a rush to get this to all go in one tape on YouTube. I have 15 minutes, so I go very quickly. So here's your basic picture. You could add in a sun if you wanted, all sorts of things. It's up to you. Here's the flower one more time. Okay. Now, after you get your picture drawn, choose the appropriate markers to write words. Like this one, it says tree trunk, tree trunk, tree trunk, tree trunk, tree trunk, brown, 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 trunk. So make up your own words. This one says palm frond, green palm frond, palm tree, leaf, palm tree, leaf. So think about words that are appropriate for whatever you're working on. This says sailboat, pretty. Sailboat, fun. Boat, 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 boat. Mast, 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 because the mast is part of the boat. Sailboat ride. So you can fill in all these shapes to create the picture with what would be appropriate. Okay? So you can see, this is where I started with the tree trunk. I filled in the palm fronds, filled in the top of the tree, filled in the sand. The sand says hot, hot sand, hot, hot sand, sand's hot, sand's hot. And I wrote that over and over again. So whatever's appropriate. Water, cool water, surf, water, surf, cool, cool water. And I switched off with cool colors. On the color wheel, you know that colors of water are green, blues, and purples. Colors of the sky, sunset sky, or the hot sun are yellows, reds, and orange. These are warm colors. These are cool colors. So you could think about that. Green is a cool color for the leaves. Brown is a neutral. It goes anywhere for the wood, for the trunk, neutral. Gray is a neutral for the clouds. So you can use cool colors in the sky. I put sky, blue fluffy clouds, blue fluffy clouds. And then in the gray clouds, I put fluffy gray clouds. So you get the idea. So you're filling in layers, and you're letting your words kind of take shapes if you want to have layers with color. You do not have to have it straight across. In here, this is sunset colors. So I wrote sunset sky. You cannot see the yellow or the orange or the magenta or pink, but it's there. So this empty spot is also filled in with warm colors. Now, I did try to contrast a little bit in places where I could. However, here I could not because I did all pink and a little bit of orange to fill it in. So you kind of have to use your imagination as to how you're going to use your colors. You may be limited to what you have here. If you have more variety, though, you can go crazy with your colors. So basically, you're building a landscape, an oceanscape, a picture with just words. Start with a pencil, draw your shape, then start filling in your shape until you fill in the whole picture. Now, it will take you some time, but it's very worthwhile. I've had some really cute drawings from my past students. And then you can go ahead and keep this to give to somebody. You could frame it. It's a pretty fun activity. If your objects are not showing up very well in the end, you could decide if they're having trouble contrasting with the background, like this sailboat was kind of lost in the same colors. You could take a fine marker and just give it an outline around your words on the shape. So that's a possibility too. I hope you have fun doing this marker picture in words. It's kind of an interesting concept. And again, if you keep your basic shapes simple, keep it simple, the possibilities are endless as to what you could add in this picture. And remember, freeze the video whenever you need to catch up. Thank you. Have a good day.